mean, it's something that he has to be able to put out of his mind and just be a player for us.
Sweeney.
How did he look?
Well, Porcello was tough on our guys in the middle of the order. It was the top of the order that did the damage on him, and everyone else he was pretty tough. And his sinker was tough on him. It was tough on a bunch of other guys as well. So it looked like balls were just running off the plate and down, and he wasn't able to put them in play.
You said you're hoping he can put it out of his mind. The results will take care of that, but if he's not able to really get going, do you think that can kind of compound?
Well, I mean, obviously it can for anyone. But, you know, Alex has had to deal with stuff before, and he's been booed before, and he knows what he has to do, and I expect him to do it.
Wally. Joe, did you sense that it bothered him at all tonight?
No, I didn't.
Did you feel the need to talk to him at all before the game about it?
No, I didn't. And if I did, I wouldn't have told you.
Baseball tonight here with you until the top of the hour. In case you missed it, the Yankees win on a walk-off hit from Brett Gardner. Alex Rodriguez, the big story coming in, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, 4 men left on base. We want to talk about the matchup, though, in the ninth. Miguel Cabrera, Mariano Rivera. Let's go inside the diamond.
Going into the inning, going into the at-bat, we were thinking about would they walk him intentionally. We know how dangerous Miguel Cabrera is, but one key factor in this lineup, Prince fielder behind. So Mariano Rivera, instead of going with cutters, he started attacking Miguel with sinkers. And here, they had a chance to get the third out of the inning, out number 27. Everybody will go home very happy, but it didn't happen. He kept pounding him in with sinkers and avoiding him to extend. He got to the point that after this sinker, he throws a cutter. But it was like Curt Schilling said, a non-competitive pitch. It was so far off the plate that probably in the mindset of Miguel Cabrera, he eliminated that pitch. He decided, well, if he's going to throw me a cutter and he's not going to be around the plate, I'm just going to sit inside and look for this one. And we see Miguel pounded up stuff from his knee to his thigh to his foot, you know, but this is the pitch that changed the whole at-bat. That cutter right there, it was off the plate. Then he tried to go in. He misses right down the middle. Miguel is so good staying inside the ball. He just drives it straight center. I mean, this is the best against the best. And Miguel Cabrera just proved right now that he's the best hitter on the planet.
I mean, yeah, this is, this is a window into how good Miguel Cabrera is, because Mariano Rivera does not make a lot of mistakes. And you could see how he was working them hard in and staying in off the plate. And Cabrera's just, fouling it off. But as soon as he reset him with that cutter away, Cabrera knew exactly what to look for. And if he made even an inch of a mistake, he got the barrel to the ball, which he does so well. So, that's how it works with Miguel Cabrera, which is why we were discussing maybe you walk him, even Mariano Rivera, get him out of the way, because there's nobody as good as he is in that situation.
And before his two-home run tonight, his two-run home run, Miguel Cabrera 0 for 5 with a K in his career against Rivera. As for Alex Rodriguez, he had an 0 for night as well, 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts. Here's what he had to say after the game. We will get to his reaction in a moment, but what's your reaction to his night? 0 for 4, 3 Ks, 4 men left on base.
Well, I thought it was a bad matchup for him. Porcello, power sinker, when he has it going waist down, any right-hander, it doesn't matter if you're Alex Rodriguez. The hole you try to work on with Rodriguez is sort of pounding him in. And he didn't really miss a lot of his spots. He was right there, and that's just not something that Alex Rodriguez handles well. And over, he kept going back, and Rodriguez couldn't lay off it.
And like Dougie said, I mean, Alex, from the get-go, since he came to the big leagues, that's what big league pitchers try to do with him, pound him inside. He's coming from hip surgery. He hasn't played this season. The Tigers, they did it to him last year in the playoffs, We talked about it yesterday during the show. What's going to be the biggest challenge this weekend for Alex Rodriguez? The fans, the media? No. It's going to be the Detroit Tigers. You got Porcello, you got Sanchez, you got Verlander. These are tough matches for Alex. It's tough for anybody that has played 100 games during the season. It's a lot tougher when you only have a week into the season.
And a lot of people wanted to see this game. Just the 4th sellout for the Yankees this season. That speaks volumes of Alex Rodriguez and wanting to see him perform at Yankee Stadium.
Well, perform, and some people want to see him fall on his face. I mean, that's part of the challenge.
Yeah.
Look, this is playing in New York. That's what it's about. And so they booed people before, Mickey Mantle, Dave Winfield. and in the end, you perform well, you bring championships, everybody sort of turns the page. He has a long road in front of him, but I think if he plays well, that 50-50 split boo cheer probably will tip in his favor.
Commissioner Bud Selig was asked recently about what took place this past Monday, whether it was a good day or bad day for baseball. Here's what he had to say.
Yeah, there are a lot of things in life you wish didn't happen, but nobody can say we've ignored this. And all the things I've read, and I do read every player comment and everybody else's comment, but it is true. There was a big debate Monday and Tuesday, is this a good day or a bad day for baseball? There's not even a question. It was a good day for baseball because we faced up to the problem. Nobody's hiding it. Nobody swept it under the rug. We did what any social institution should do. And then all the players are better. And I have, by the way, I want to say it again, I've really appreciated the player comments. And there have been a lot of them. It's been a tough period for me because, I'm very protective of the image of the game and the game itself. And I said it the other day, and I'd say it, I was thinking about it coming up here this morning, Charlie. I feel badly in one sense. There's so many great majority of our players who have done this well, been clean, played it clean. And they don't like being tired with this, and I understand that. And I've heard from a fair number of players, but they're also very supportive of what we've done. And that means a lot to me, a lot to me.
All right. So you just saw from a few of the highlights going on, end of the week, first week of August here. In part one, your poor Alex Rodriguez in New York. Sorry we couldn't get all that. The boxing event that came before sort of skewed the timeline. And then in part two, some of your favorite teams perhaps, how they're doing record-wise. That's the whole point I started doing this playlist this year, before the playoffs. So you can see the evolution. In MLB, the Marlins versus the Braves. Tampa Bay versus the Dodgers. Apparently first time they played at Dodger Stadium. First time beating there. Interesting. And Boston versus Kansas City. That's all we had time for. Video highlights courtesy to ESPN and Major League Baseball. All the other original content to the OMSR. This is the talk radio version of the One Man Sports Rant. I am your host, Will, the alternative ESPN Sports Thrill. Alright, so just a reminder, this is a show. The talk radio version is pretty killer. In other words, it's short and sweet. And you're seeing vestiges of 4.0 in the sense of you get the highlight before, we'll do the talk after. You want to get involved vis-a-vis comments, be respectful to your fellow tubers and the show. No flip comments. But I've also opened up the ratings as part of the Beta 4.0 coming August 31st. And it's only like 2.5 weeks away. Time's flying. Especially when you're having fun covering sports. So we got your college football fix. In the meantime, over on the other playlist, check it out on the channel. Alright, so I think that's it for today. What are the particulars to the game? Well, we did the Alex Rodriguez situation. We got the second half of that, the tail end. He was just in the minors a while back, so obviously the appeal, his appeal worked out for him. And then what was going on, the Marlins versus the Braves. Justin Upton, making a name for himself hitting-wise. And then Braves Dodgers, Puig. Around here in LA, there's a lot of celebrity media news coverage, for a better phrase, as opposed to tabloid. But apparently he's been spending a lot of time partying it up on the boulevard. So maybe that's affected his game. And in Boston, Kansas City, nothing particular player-wise in there, like an error on Victorino, which is unusual. All right, enough said. Thanks for watching. No silly DUIs while you're out there. Later days and more signature plays.